I received a heartfelt message from one of my viewers that went like this. I heard that wearing a Buddha pendant necklace could bring good luck and peace, so I bought one for myself. But ever since I started wearing it, nothing seems different from before. Sometimes, I even feel like I am running into more bad luck than I used to. So, is it really true that wearing a Buddha pendant brings good fortune and peace, like everyone keeps saying? I understand this concern. In my opinion, most of the bad luck in stories like this does not actually come from the Buddha necklace itself. It usually comes from the way the wearer uses it without truly understanding how to wear it properly. Some people wear the wrong Buddha associated with their birth year. Others unknowingly choose a color that clashes with their elemental sign. Some just go for whatever looks nice, but when they put it on, they feel a strange coldness or emptiness, and that starts making them suspicious. Some people even wear the Buddha pendant in situations that are not respectful or sacred, and over time, that becomes a habit. Eventually, they begin to feel uneasy themselves. Others accidentally drop or break the pendant, panic, handle it the wrong way, and end up bringing even more worry upon themselves. To avoid these situations, in today's video, I am going to reveal everything you need to know when wearing a Buddha pendant necklace, such as how to choose the right Buddha for your birth year, how to match colors based on the 5 elements, how to pick the right material as the spiritual conductor, and also how to respectfully invite spiritual energy into the pendant and activate it at home in a neat but sacred way. I will also go over common taboos in daily life that many people mistake for bad luck, so you can welcome real peace and good fortune just as you wish. When it comes to wearing a Buddha pendant necklace, the first thing to understand is this: not everyone should wear the same one. Every person is born with a unique spiritual foundation. This foundation is tied to your birth year, your elemental sign, and the way your mind naturally functions. That is why there is the concept of a personal Buddha, a guardian Buddha, aligned with your birth, meant to guide your energy in the right direction. When you wear the right one, your mind feels at peace. When you wear the wrong one, your mind becomes unsettled. And when the mind is unsettled, everything in life starts to feel off. People born in the year of the rat are often sensitive and overthink things. Their personal Buddha is Avalokiteshvara with 1,000 hands and eyes, a symbol of compassion and deep understanding. By leaning into this symbol, they can stay calm and grounded instead of feeling lost when facing difficulties. Those born in the year of the ox or tiger often carry heavy responsibilities. Their guardian is Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, who represents sincerity and a pure heart. This is not about guarding wealth, but guarding oneself from being swayed by gain or loss. Rabbits are quick-witted and always learning. Their guardian is Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of wisdom. Wearing the right pendant brings clarity and smoother studies or work. The wrong match may lead to confusion and overthinking. People born in the year of the dragon or snake are ambitious but hot-tempered. Their personal Buddha is Samantabhadra, the Bodhisattva of practice and patience. Dreams are great, but they need steady steps. Rushing only leads to setbacks. Those born in the year of the horse are strong and full of energy. Their guardian is Mahastama-prapta Bodhisattva, symbolizing guiding wisdom. It teaches them to pause when needed, so drive does not become recklessness. People born in the year of the goat or monkey tend to worry and overthink. Their guardian is Vairocana Buddha, symbolizing complete faith and wisdom. The right pendant helps keep the mind centered and less affected by gossip or distractions. Roosters are logical but may become rigid. Their personal Buddha is Akala Vidyaraja, not fierce but firm. He helps protect the mind from being pulled off course by negative energy and encourages stability in tough moments. People born in the year of the dog or pig are sensitive and emotional. Their guardian is Amitabha Buddha, a symbol of peace. This connection helps them let go of worries, stop clinging to the past, and breathe easier during tough times. But choosing the right Buddha is not enough. Many people overlook another key factor: color. According to the 5 elements, color helps balance. When balanced, the mind is calm. If colors clash, it creates tension. This is the second thing I want you to keep in mind. Metal element people value clarity and order. Colors like white, gray, light yellow, and earthy brown help them stay calm and make wiser decisions. Too many bold colors can cause restlessness and make them uneasy, even if they do not know why. Wood element people have growth energy, but get drained by constant thinking or work. Green, navy, and black are nourishing colors. Bright, flashy tones wear them down, causing fatigue with no medical explanation. Water element people are more sensitive than they realize. They easily absorb energy from their surroundings. Black, navy, white, and gray calm their thoughts, but too many warm tones may make them anxious and mentally scattered. Fire element people are intense and fast-paced. Colors like red, pink, purple, and green help guide that energy. But if overused, these colors cause impatience and snap decisions, something I see often in high-pressure jobs. Earth element people need stability. Yellow, earthy brown, and soft red help ground them. Cold or dark tones may leave them feeling off balance or empty without knowing why. Now let us talk about the third point, which is often overlooked but deeply affects how the pendant feels the material it is made of. In feng shui, material acts as a conduit, a carrier of energy. Even with the same design, a plastic Buddha feels nothing like one made of stone or precious metal. If it feels too light or fake, it will not help anchor your mind. But something that feels real, has weight, and holds natural warmth or coolness brings stability. I say this from real experience. I have seen people switch from imitation to natural stone and immediately feel more at ease. Not because it is more magical, but because it no longer feels like an empty trinket. So if you wear a Buddha pendant, experts recommend natural stones like quartz, jade, or agate, or precious metals like gold and silver. In Eastern beliefs, these stones are seen as Earth's essence, carrying stable energy that aligns with the body. On a practical level, they are durable, naturally cool, and feel genuine on the skin, which helps settle the mind. Some say stones help balance energy and ward off negativity. You can see this as a traditional way of saying, when you wear something that calms your mind and helps you rest, your body naturally feels better. But be clear, feeling better does not replace seeing a doctor. Always take health concerns seriously. Also, real stone and stone-like material are not the same. Many pendants on the market are plastic, compressed stone, dyed glass, or heavily treated materials. These may fade, crack, or irritate your skin, making you panic and think it is a bad omen. Often, it is just cheap material, not energy. So when choosing stone, look for clarity, grain, weight, and a cool touch. Buy from trusted places. Ask if the stone has been dyed. Gold and silver are clean, long-lasting, and easy to treat with respect. But if they are poorly plated, they may peel or itch, making them feel cheap and unsettling. Finally, let us move on to the fourth point, spiritual activation, or what some call khai quang. To many, a Buddha pendant is just a meaningful piece of jewelry when first brought home. But in traditional and feng shui belief, spiritual activation is about building a connection with it, shifting from uncertainty to sincerity. Some call it blessing, others empowerment. Whatever the name, it is about respect and intention. If you ask me, does activation turn jewelry into a spiritual artifact? I would answer as someone who has observed this for a long time. Rituals are just a framework. What truly benefits the wearer are two things: respect and a centered mind. When the mind is centered, any item you wear causes less inner conflict. But if you wear it with constant fear, doubt, or waiting for signs, you tire yourself out first. That is why, if you have genuine sincerity and a calm mind, you can absolutely perform the activation at home, simply, cleanly, and respectfully. It does not need to be elaborate or flashy. Start by cleansing. Use clean water, maybe mixed with a little perfume or sandalwood oil, to gently wipe the Buddha pendant. Go slowly. This is to remove dust, and more importantly, to bring your mind into awareness to truly feel what you are doing. Some people rush through this like they are cleaning a new item. That misses the point. Think of it like washing your hands before something important, just enough, but done with care. Next, prepare the space. Choose a clean, quiet, well-lit area. A high table is ideal. Avoid damp places, cluttered spots, or areas filled with food. You can light a candle or a small lamp. Place the Buddha on a clean red or yellow cloth. In Eastern thought, red and yellow represent respect and positive energy. They create a warm, peaceful atmosphere. You do not need to go overboard, but it should carry the feeling of reverence. Then comes the chanting and prayer. Before you begin, shower and dress neatly. Sit down, breathe slowly a few times, and make sure you are not rushing or irritable. Chant the name of the Buddha you are honoring, for example, Namo Amitabha Buddha, repeatedly and calmly, focusing your mind on the words. When you pray, keep it simple. Ask to be reminded to live kindly, keep a clear mind, reduce anger, and lessen greed. That is enough. Do not pray to win the lottery or defeat others. That kind of request throws your own spirit off balance. Finally, open the eyes. Use a clean cotton swab, dipped in scented water, to gently dab the left eye and then the right eye of the Buddha. Just a gentle touch. This symbolizes opening the eyes, a reminder to live mindfully, with wisdom, and see life clearly. Some people mistake this as flipping the switch to activate a spirit. I see it differently. This is a milestone. From this day on, you wear the pendant with respect, follow what should be followed, and avoid what should be avoided. That alone is enough to calm the heart. If after doing this you still feel uneasy, do not keep redoing it out of fear. Stop. Bring the pendant to a temple and ask a monk to bless it, or simply place it in a quiet, respectful spot for a few days and wear it again once your heart feels settled. When the heart is calm, the object becomes calm with it. We are human. We do not always have perfect focus. Taking your time is okay. The fifth thing you need to remember when wearing a Buddha pendant around your neck is, do not wear it during private or inappropriate moments, such as when you are taking a shower or going to sleep. When you take a shower, your body is exposed, and that activity involves cleansing. When you are asleep, you are lying in all sorts of positions on your side, on your back, arms and legs, tangled, completely unaware. The Buddha pendant rests directly over your chest, touching your skin, getting pulled, pressed, rubbed. Over time, these unconscious movements become a habit of disrespect without you even realizing it. Many spiritual teachers say that disrespect leads to a loss of merit, and when your merit is thin, even small problems can start to feel overwhelming. People call that bad luck, but in reality, it is often just the erosion of our own inner stability. Then there is the issue of entering unclean places, to put it bluntly, the bathroom. Some people wear the Buddha pendant in there like it is nothing, even letting it soak up sweat and get dirty, then continuing to wear it as if it were fine. When you wear something close to your heart, cleanliness matters. If it is dirty, you will naturally feel uneasy. That goes double for a Buddha pendant, which should be kept as pure as possible. From a feng shui perspective, the energy of an object works best in clean environments. From a practical perspective, it is simple. When you respect something, you take care of it. When you take care of it, your mind worries less. When you worry less, life feels less chaotic. But more important than showering or bathrooms is the mindset and behavior of the person wearing the pendant. I truly hold close the words of a monk from my home country who said, "The greatest protection does not come from outer form, but from whether the mind is steady." If you wear a Buddha pendant but are full of greed, full of anger, speak hurtful words, live carelessly, or act unethically, then that Buddha pendant becomes something that clashes with your inner world. And what happens when things clash? It unsettles your heart. An unsettled heart will see even the smallest problem as a major crisis. Many people miss this root cause. They only see, "I wore it and something bad happened," and quickly decide the pendant brought bad luck. In truth, the conflict was already within them. The sixth and final thing you need to know is how to properly handle the situation if your pendant breaks or falls. Many people panic the moment their Buddha pendant drops, treating it like a bad omen. But I see a broken pendant as a physical accident, something that can happen to anyone. Whether it is a sign or not depends entirely on how you react afterward. If you panic, get angry, curse out loud, then toss it in the trash, that is when you create negative karma. Throwing it away like garbage is an act of disrespect. Disrespect plants the seed of unrest in your heart, and that inner unrest is where the so-called bad luck often begins. The proper way to respond, with reverence, is to carefully collect the broken pieces using a clean cloth or clean paper and wrap them neatly. Depending on your situation, you have options. Bring it to a temple and ask the monks for guidance on how to respectfully dispose of it. Or, if you follow folk traditions that you believe in, you can choose days like the 1st or 15th of the lunar month, or odd-numbered days like the 3rd, 5th, 7th, or 9th, as a way to show sincerity. Some traditions suggest exposing the pieces to sunlight. If you do this, please make sure to do it safely and follow fire safety rules. Do not let your good intentions cause unnecessary risks. Other places suggest letting the pendant float away in a river, but I would gently remind you, these days we need to consider the environment. Let us not turn respect into pollution. Bringing it to a temple or burying it in a clean, quiet place is still the most respectful and modern solution. One more small reminder, when you are not wearing your Buddha pendant, store it in a place that is dry, clean, and slightly elevated. You do not need to create a separate altar, but avoid tossing it into a dark, damp box, stuffing it in with random items, or placing it under everyday household things. The way you store it reflects your mindset. If your heart holds respect, your hands will naturally place it in the right spot. And when you treat it right, you will feel more at ease when wearing it, no longer haunted by the question, "Am I doing something wrong?" To sum it up, if you are wearing a Buddha pendant and feel uneasy, do not be quick to conclude that the Buddha is bringing you misfortune. Instead, look at these 3 things. Are you wearing it correctly? Are you caring for it correctly? And most importantly, are you living in alignment with the values it represents? Sometimes, just adjusting one small thing can bring immense relief. And if you have not worn one yet, but are thinking about it, here is my honest advice. Do not wear it out of fear. Do not wear it just because someone said it would protect you. Wear it when you truly understand it, when you respect it, and when you are ready to let it be a daily reminder to live a kind and mindful life.